Bunny Ambergery, followed by Amanda Halster.
Good morning.
Morning. Is this where I go? I've never done this before, so forgive me.
I remember my first time. It was kind of scary.
It is, but I feel pretty passionate on this. So I'm Bunny Fraser Ambergy, and I live in Canyon Lake, California.
Okay.
I have volunteered since I'm semi-retired for rescues and sanctuaries or the shelter whenever I can, you know, whatever is in my capacity. So I started working with one that's called the Duck Sanctuary, and Howard Berkowitz is the owner of this Duck Sanctuary. It is now a 501c3. So, you know, our sanctuary is perfect? No. I want to go back. I've known Howard since I was in 6th grade. We grew up in Costa Mesa. I was in 4-H, zoology, marine biology is my background. With that said, I volunteered at the sanctuary. Yeah, it was okay, but what I noticed about Howard, he kept moving, and then he'd move it again, and then he'd move it again, and he'd move it again. And so when I went out to his house, he's a single guy, and he said that he needed some help. So I got in touch with another gal, Amanda, who's also going to be speaking here today, and she went into the house and called me back, and the house was deplorable. This is still part of his sanctuary, and what he was doing, he was hiding the ducks and the geese and the inside the property in humane conditions. And not that they were great conditions at the sanctuary, but you know, you figured, okay, maybe if we get some more land and some more help. We have figured out he owns about anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 animals, and all in the avian. So he is a duck sanctuary. However, there's ducks, geese, there's probably 600 to 800 pigeons, there's peacocks, pheasants, quails, and as I walked into the house, and parrots. So as I walked in the house, it looked like they hadn't been fed or watered in quite some time or cleaned up in months, maybe longer than that. I walked through the outside, I filmed it all. I walked through the basement there, his man cave. He had parrots, which he used to take really good care of, by the way. Had a 4.5 inch long beak, very nervous, in a dark man cave. The smell was disgusting, and I had an N95 mask on. I started filming. I also called animal control. There were ducks and geese sitting, because they couldn't move, they're sitting in their own feces. And I don't know if you guys are aware, but that is like an emotion.
Yes. Did we see all of the video, or just about all of the videos? Okay. All right. Thank you. And did you say he's in Paris? Is that what you said?
No, he's out in Riverside County. So he was in Lake Elsinore, which is his house, still his home. He's in. He was in Winchester, and now he just moved over to Anza, and he keeps evading all the people.
Most recently in Anza.
2 places right now.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Amanda Hosler, followed by Sasha Knopf.
And Madam Clerk, somewhere in there, you'll need to catch up on Eddie. Yeah. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Amanda Hausler. I'm a little bit nervous, but I was a worker and I volunteered to help Howard at the duck sanctuary, well, his house. I was there to feed, bathe, and do anything I could to help them. The conditions of how they were living was like they were like prisoners. They were only eating 1 time a day when I was there. They were inside rooms, I mean, filthy rooms with feces, I mean, in playpens. And the only time they were getting care is when I was there. He kept taking in more and more and more. They all had eye infections. There was disabled ones that weren't being taken care of. I mean, it was just like something, like they're prisoners basically. And he just keeps taking them more and more and more. And I did what I could for them while I was there, but then it was just too much. I just couldn't do it anymore. And I really feel like, something needs to be done because he just keeps taking in more and more and running, and he can't take care of the ones he has. And even with me helping, you need an army to take care of all those animals. And yeah, he's just not doing it. So.
You were with the previous speaker. You're both here together. I'm told that, do you want to mention it, Teresa?
Yes, Supervisor, we have our Code Enforcement Director and our Animal Services Director, and they're happy to go outside and chat with you on the progress of what's happening on the project.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Sasha Knopf, followed by Eddie.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. I'm also with the bird people. We've been working feverishly for the past month since Amanda started working and helping for Howard at his house, where we quickly found out that he is hoarding hundreds of animals, including pigeons, ducks, geese, Canada geese, which are illegal to own, to keep in captivity. Mallards, we found 17 dead frozen birds in his freezer. Birds were dying on the daily, and Amanda contacted me and Bunny for help. And we've been trying to get animal control to seize the birds and to go to his property and to do something. They've done kind of superficial, they're doing their best, but it's not enough. This person Howard, has taken all of the birds from his property in Winchester and his property in Riverside County in Lake Elsinore at his home to a new property in Anza, California on Bautista Road. And it is undisclosed, and nobody has seen anything because we can't get in there. He won't let anybody in. And we are really scared that from the conditions that we saw at the sanctuary and at his house, that there are going to be over 1,000 birds on a property with one person to look at them. And we've heard that there's not proper irrigation or electricity. He moved in a haste because he was getting code and animal control notices, and he needed to get out in a certain amount of time, and he's trying to sell his house, which likely should be red tagged. And it seems that we came to you to help us to get something done and to save these animals, specifically the ones that are at his house, and then to save future animals from being sent to him, because people are sending him birds on the daily. And it's all kinds of birds. It's not just ducks. It's parrots. It's pigeons. It's geese. It's everything. And they're being kept in an inhumane way, and we need help. I think that's my time, and thank you so much for your consideration.
I'll share with you that since the three of you have come up to speak, I've gotten messages from the boss of the directors of Animal Services and Code, and the boss's boss, telling me that they are on it. So come back if you don't see any action.
We could talk to today here?
Yes,
Okay.
the director of both of those departments, Code and Animal Services. But again, I got messages from their boss and their boss's boss. So I'm thinking they're on it.
Thank you, Chuck,
Yeah.
Washington.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.